With Heart of Thorns Beta Weekend Event 2 starting this Friday, September 4th, there have been changes and additions since the first Beta Weekend event, and here's a list to help prepare you for what to expect and things to test out for Heart of Thorns. Introductory Story Step. The opening scene upon creating a beta character takes place after the events of Living Story Season 2. ArenaNet has also mentioned a particular group of survivors will be introduced, one of which has gone wild. If you want to be caught up with current events, make sure you complete Season 2 before participating in the beta. Revenant. Like the previous beta, Revenant is again available with further tweaks. Revenant is the new class to release alongside Heart of Thorns, and is the third heavy armor class who draws power from dead legendary characters. The last beta showed Revenant was in a much better place in terms of DPS, and this beta weekend will allow us to test the Revenant specialization, the Herald. A shield-wielding Revenant, the Herald can summon Glint, a dragon from the original Guild Wars. Specializations. Effectively secondary classes, Specializations are ArenaNet's answer to raising the level cap. Instead of widening the gap between new and veteran players via level, you stay the same level, but learn new abilities and gain access to a new weapon. Specializations available this weekend include Chronomancer, a shield-wielding Mesmer, Tempest, a Warhorn Elementalist, Reaper, a Greatsword Necromancer, Berserker, a torch-wielding warrior, Dragon Hunter, a Longbow Guardian, Herald, Shield Revenant, and Daredevil, the Staff Thief. Engineer and Ranger specializations will still be unavailable, but hopefully they will be playable for Heart of Thorns' third and final beta weekend. Revenant and the specializations will be playable in all of Corteria, including PvE, PvP, and World vs. World. Masteries. Another form of horizontal progression, Masteries will be available for further leveling. Leveling Masteries will allow you to glide, use various mushrooms for things like jumping and super speed, gain affinity with the local frog cultures to unlock shops and local knowledge, and more. Map Bonus Reward System. This system is meant to keep the old maps of Terria relevant by rotating specific bonus rewards through each of them. Simply complete events, jumping puzzles, and mini-dungeons in the specified map to earn these rewards in addition to what you normally get. Most of these rewards will be specific crafting materials associated with each map, allowing players a way to focus on collecting whatever materials they need. Verdant Brink Jungle Floor Biome. ArenaNet may have been modest saying what we saw of Verdant Brink last beta was only 25% of that map. This weekend we will be introduced to an entirely new biome, the Jungle Floor. Last beta revealed the Canopy biome, and the floor area was simply blacked out and killed players attempting to enter it. Reports from other players who broke out of map, however, say it's a massive area big enough to glide through. And with this entire layer hidden to us last beta, it may have been more accurate to say we had 12.5% of the map available. And that doesn't even include the third Roots biome, also described by ArenaNet. If these biome layers are truly full maps worth of content each, it means what we saw during the first beta is closer to 8 to 9% of this one map. Alongside this new biome will be new day and night cycle events, adventure mini-games, and 2 new outposts. New enemies. Last beta's enemies proved to be a step above typical Guild Wars 2 mobs, with abilities and mechanics that you actually had to learn to avoid. New foes will be introduced this weekend in the form of 2 Hylic tribes, the Caustic and Zacatl. It'll be interesting to see if ArenaNet continues to add mechanics and gameplay to combat these new foes. Stronghold. Stronghold is the new PvP map and is largely inspired by MOBA gameplay. Help your mobs and summon champions to break through enemy gates and eventually kill their lord, or attack enemy players and mobs to prevent them from killing yours. The game mode will be available to everyone even without a pre-purchase, though pre-purchasers will have access to all champions. A new UI will also be available. I think it's also important to note that some major features will not be included in the beta, including new World vs. World maps, the guild halls, the recently announced raids, and the Ranger and Engineer specializations will not be available this beta weekend. And that's all for now. See you in the beta.